Hi, I'm Megan. Welcome to a Pilates top to toe workout. We'll be doing a selection of the 34 classical mat Pilates movements, starting with the belly buttons in, lifting the shoulders up, back and down, and we're lifting up the pelvic floor. Tighten the belly button, pull the pelvic floor muscles up and in. We're going for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. When we're breathing in Pilates, we're breathing into our rib cage. We're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Expanding the rib cage as you breathe in, letting the rib cage lower as you breathe out. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep the seatbelts on and we're coming up and over. We will start by warming up the spine in every direction. That was lateral. Here comes a little torsion. We're going to the side wall, the front, the side wall, the front. Keep pulling the lower abs in and lifting the pelvic floor. Last one there. Last one there. Now we're sliding the rib cage forward and back. Forward and back. Let the shoulders move a little. Let the ribs bend a little. Forward and back. Forward and back. Last set. Forward and back. We're sitting up nice and tall. Find your posture. Ear comes over to the shoulder. For a stretch and up. Other side down. And up. Now we nod the chin down. Face comes up, one more like that, nodding, coming up. We're raising the right shoulder for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left shoulder, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right shoulder circling back for 4. We use the shoulder girdle and the hip girdle a lot in Pilates. We want to warm, strong joints in the shoulders and hips. We're opening out. We're coming in for a hug. We open out. In for a hug. Open out. You can add a curl as you hug, a lift as you open. One more like that. Curl as you hug, lift as you open. Then we're pushing the fingertips up. Push through the heels of your palms. Holding it there for a moment. Then we'll go into some movement. Palms up, palms down. Palms up and down. Last one there. We're reaching up, elbows come down, fingertips forward, stretching forward from the hips. Have a little rock here, belly button in. We're going to swap, other ankle in front. Here we go. We swap, fingertips forward, long spine, long arm, long fingertips. And we're coming up, knees come up, and we're in side saddle. Feet are flat on the mat. If you're rounded, pull the belly button in, lengthen the spine, lower the shoulders. We're here for a little warm-up rocks here. You could keep the rocks tiny if you prefer, or you could exaggerate a little, bigger and slower. We're taking this into bow and arrow. Palms face each other. We bend at the elbow. We open the fingertips behind us. We lengthen the long arm back up. Other side, bend at the elbow. Open, lengthen as you come up. You could work from the shoulders and the waist in this position, keeping the spine long and up. Or you could exaggerate. Come all the way back, open. Come all the way up, all the way back, open. All the way up. You choose. Whichever position you're choosing, just keep pulling the lower abs in and keep lifting the pelvic floor up. It will become second nature and you'll find yourself doing those lifts wherever you are. One more each side at that pace. The next one we're doing slow motion. We're going back. We lengthen the arm. We hold here for stretch. Open out the fingertips, open out the arms, really stretch through the shoulders. Reach the fingertips towards the corner of the room. Up, up, up. Then back. And then up, other side, we're going back. We hold as a stretch here, lengthen, keep holding, then lengthen the fingertips and reach. Up. Back the way we came, up. And here we go. We will lower ourselves onto the mat. You can use your hands next to you, on the thighs, or a full roll down. We're breathing in. Breathing out, tucking the chin, curling all the way down. Arms float down to the mat. We curl the hips, raising the hips up to the ceiling. Hold it here for a moment. We're about to do our bridges. We're lowering the hips down. The arms float up overhead onto the mat. Find your bridge, raising the hips, lowering the hips. These are classical Pilates bridges. Feet are apart, knees are apart. And we're thinking of the spine like a bicycle chain. Curling up and curling down. Last one, we hold up, hold it here. We'll take one knee up and then lower. Other knee up and lower. Squeeze the glute in the supporting leg. That's where we want the work to come from. Flatten the lower abs. Lift the pelvic floor. The next one, we will hold the knee up, hold it here. Extra squeeze and lift. And lower that foot down. Other side, we lift the knee, hold it here, extra squeeze and lift, you got it. Lowering on down, squeeze both glutes. Lower on down, knees together, and we'll come over onto our side. We're doing a series of classical Pilates movements that you will find in a lot of Pilates classes. These are the clams. We're raising the top knee and lowering down. Your feet are as if you were up to a wall and your feet are next to the wall. Knees are bent, hips are bent, and you're working here, strengthening the hip joint. There's your clams. Last two. Last one. Now we're bringing the knees and feet in front at 90-degree angles into kick, kick, point, drag to the back. Here we go. Flexed foot in front. We kick, kick, point, drag that long straight leg to the back. Then we come forward with a straight leg. Kick, kick, point, drag to the back. Good. We are lengthening the hamstrings. Strengthening the quads and the knee joint. Strengthening the hip joint. It's a kick, kick, point, drag to the back. Keep the belly button in and try not to rock about too much on the mat. There will be some natural movement, but we want the movement to mainly be coming from this hip. Kick, kick, point, drag to the back. Last two. Here's kick, kick, point, drag to the back. Last one. Kick, kick, point, drag to the back. Bring the knee on in. And then we're lifting the knee up and taking it in line with the body. You've got knees, hips, shoulders, everything in line. Your legs are like a zigzag. Flex that back foot, flex the bottom one as well, and you're kicking little tiny kicks back. Squeezing the glute every time. 7, 8. Hold that position. Now we're lifting up from the hip joint. Little lifts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Now one of each. We're going back and up. Little movements. Back and up. Good. Back and up. With all your seatbelts on, it's trickier than it looks. Last two. We're going back and up. Last one, back and up. Knees come together. We straighten out our legs. Feet are near the front edge of the mat. Everything is stacked. We're going all the way up. Breathing in. Breathing out. All the way up. All the way down. Find your full range of movement at the hip joint. Flex on the way up. Point on the way down. It should feel good. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold number 8 up, and then we lower on down. Bending the knees, we'll come up and over. We push ourselves up, top arm rainbows over. Knees are glued together as they come round. Other arm rainbows over, and down. Here we are. Original clam position. Feet are in line with your hips and shoulders. Ready to go. We breathe out to lift, in to lower. Your elbow could be relaxed in front of you. It could be up in front of you. Or you could be floating it here, holding onto your hip, or reaching. You choose. There's 7. There's number 8. Now we're bringing the knees up and forward. We've got the zigzag position coming. We're lifting this top leg, taking it behind. There's your zigzag. Seatbelts are really on, and we're flexing both feet and going back. 2 little tiny squeezes of the glute, as if you could slide a pencil in there between your glute and your leg. 7, 8. Now little lifts up from the hip. We're going up. 2, 3, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now one of each. We're going back and up. Back and up. Good. Here's 5, 6. You've got it. 7 and 8. Into kick, kick, point. Here it comes. Strong leg in front. We kick, kick, point. Drag to the back. Kick, kick, point. Drag to the back. Seatbelts on. Long, strong legs. Kick, kick, point. Drag to the back. You've got it. Here's 7. Here's 8. Drag to the back. Knees come in, legs straighten out on the mat. Here we go. Everything is stacked and strong. We breathe in. We breathe out to lift. In as we come down. You could do it with a flexed foot up, point on the way down, or the opposite, whichever way you prefer. There's 4, 5, 6. You've got it. 7. Hold number 8 for that extra strength and stretch before we head on down. Good work. Bending at the knees. We're coming over onto our backs. Belly buttons in. Starting the pelvic tilts here. Spine into the mat. Tightening the seatbelt each time you tilt up a little bit. Check shoulders are away from the ears. Feet and knees are apart on the mat. This will turn into our little curl-ups. Fingertips to the temples. And next time you're in your pelvic tilt up, you're going to curl up and back. Hold the tilt at the pelvic bones as we curl up. Little lifts. Breathing out. Breathing in. Doesn't have to be very far. Last 2. Last 1. We're lowering down. Arms are lengthening out overhead. And then we raise the knee. Arms go to either side of the thigh. Lower down. Other side. We're breathing out to lift. In to lower. So walking along. You could start to bring the knee further in if you would like to stretch your hips and lower back as you work. You could turn it into the can-can on the next one by kicking the toes to the ceiling and lower. We kick and lower. If your knee needs to be bent a little bit, that's fine. Keep pulling in the lower abs as you go. You could also raise your head, neck, and shoulders if you prefer. You choose your positions. Breathing out to lift, in to lower. Breathing out, breathing in. Good. Last 2 and 1. We lower on down. Hands come to the hips or under the hips for support. You're bringing both knees in for a moment and then lengthening the legs towards the ceiling into Pilates stance. Heels touch and knees and feet and ankles are all slightly turned out. From here, we're stirring around a little cereal bowl. 5 times here. Belly button really pulled in, legs really glued together. We stop at the top and go 5 times the other way. There's 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're bending the knees. We're about to do the 100. You can do them with your shins as a table, long straight arms in this position, or you can do them with long straight legs. Pilates stance. Heels touching, legs are glued together. Here we go. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3. Breathe in. And up. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. And out. We're halfway there. Palms up to the ceiling as you go. Tighten the abs. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. If you need to keep your head, neck, and shoulders on the floor and work from here, that's absolutely fine. Otherwise, keep on going with a floating head, neck, and shoulders. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In. And out. Last set. Out, 2, 3, 4. Extra squeeze and lift. Let's clap our heels together. We open and close the long, straight legs. Heels tapping. And bend one knee, bend the other knee. We lower down, bringing the knees in for your ball hug, holding the shins. Let the face go east and up and west and up. Side to side movement here. One foot down, other foot down, and we're coming over onto our sides so that we can lengthen out onto the mat. Into the letter X. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Your neck is neutral. We're going to breathe in, breathe out to lift, opposite arm, opposite leg. Your letter X. Working through opposites, working through the shape of a letter X through the entire back of your body. You could have your forehead on the mat if you prefer. Otherwise, the forehead is floating above the mat. You breathe out to lift, into lower. Take it at your own pace. If you'd like to do all four limbs, go for it. Breathing in, breathing out to lift all four limbs, in as you lower. Breathing out to lift, in as you lower. Two more like that. And then this next one, we will hold up. Hold your letter X in the air. Lengthen the arms, lengthen the legs. Your flying letter X. You could bring the arms down at your sides. Bring the legs and heels together. Keep flying, keep lifting the shoulders up away from the ears. Super strong back. We're going to tap the heels together. Inner thigh work. Here we go. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. We lower down, hands under the shoulders, pushing ourselves up and back into your child's pose. Good work. Holding it here. You can wiggle a little bit in your child's pose if it feels good. Breathing in, breathing out. We're coming back onto our mats for swan. Legs can be apart. Belly button is in, away from the mat. If you're sinking into your shoulders, come up out of your shoulders onto your forearms, spreading the fingers out. We're breathing in, breathing out, and you're lifting yourself up out of your shoulders. The face looks towards the wall. You can lower down, a few like that. Think of pulling the belly button away from the mat and lengthening through the spine. If you'd like to add to it, raise the forearms as you go. Only to the point where it feels good in your lower back. If it hurts, that's too far. It will come. Height will come with practice. We breathe out to lift, in to lower. The next one, we hold up, shoulders down, belly button in, looking at the wall. You could look a little bit over that shoulder and a little bit over that shoulder. Once more each side. Lower down if you need to. And then we lower on down, all the way down. Hands stacked, forehead on the mat. We're going to raise the legs and lower them. We breathe out to lift, in to lower. 3 more like that. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, and in. Hold this last one up. Hold it up here. And then start walking, little fast walking here. Forehead could be on the hands or up. Elbows could be on the floor or the letter T. You're walking along here. Super strong backs, glutes. Brilliant work. There's 5, 6, 7, 8. Lengthen the arms, hold. Before our hands come under our shoulders, pushing ourselves up and back into your child's pose. Good work. Hold it here. Breathing in, breathing out. We're coming back onto our sides and then onto our backs. We are here for some knee strengthening, leg strengthening, ab strengthening. So we've got one foot flat on the floor. The other heel is pushing towards the side wall. Hold it here, floating above the mat. You're going to breathe in, breathe out. We're raising the heel up to the ceiling and then floating it down. There's 2. We're going for 8 of these. 3. Hands could be on the hips. They could be on the mat. Or they could be here over your sternum. There's 6. 7. Hold number 8 up while you're here. Check shoulders away from the ears. And we'll go for a point and a flex. 2. 3. And 4. Hold it there for a moment. Reach for the back of your thighs, the back of your calf, maybe your ankles or toes, wherever you're comfortable, and have a hamstring stretch here. If you feel like you need to bend the knee, take the leg further away and keep it straight, really pushing through the heel to really get those hamstrings. We breathe in, breathe out, extra millimeter. You can do it. We bend the knee and this foot goes straight down. Other side. One foot flat on the floor. The other foot, the heel reaches for that side wall. Seatbelts on. We're breathing out to lift, in to lower. Keep pushing through the heel. Squeeze the kneecap, squeeze the quads. And push that little bit more through the heel. Hands could be at your sides, on your hips, or floating above the sternum here. Second to last one. Last one, we're going to hold all the way up. Push that heel. Squeeze the kneecap. Shoulders away from the ears. Here we go. We point and flex. Point and flex. 3 and 4. Hold it there and come in for your stretch. You could have a pointed foot or a flexed foot. Hold the thigh, calf, ankles, toes, wherever you would like to hold. Just aim for that straight leg. If you notice it's bending a little bit, come away and lengthen it. Push through the heel. That will be a deeper stretch for the hamstrings. Find your position, relax into it. Breathing in. Breathing out 1 more millimeter. Good work. Before we release, bend the knee, the foot comes down. We will now take our hands on our hips, legs together, feet together, knees all the way up for your ball hug here. And you can rock side to side. You could keep it small and rocking, or you could go big. For bigger, we're hands on our hips, and we're letting the knees go a little bit to the side and up. Use those abs to bring the knees back up. If you'd like to go even bigger, take the hands onto the floor next to you, palms down. And then we slow down to go bigger. Knees come all the way over, not quite touching the floor. Then strength back up. Other side, we're going over and up. Over and up. This next one we're going to keep as a stretch, so let the knees come over. If you'd like to let them come down to the floor, do so, or up closer to your shoulders. There we go. The face could look to the ceiling or to the opposite hand. Holding it there. Breathing in, breathing out. We bring the knees back up. We're going over to the other side. Slow motion to the point where you feel a stretch through your waist, shoulders, and hips. Keep the knees together. Holding it there. Face could be looking at the ceiling or towards the opposite hand. Breathing in, breathing out to come back. One knee in, other leg out, nice and straight along the mat. Really actively hug the thigh into the chest, push the heel away. And we will swap. Hugging actively in, use strength in your arms to really hug in, and then really push that heel away. Then we're coming all the way in. Legs together, hold the shins. Either use your hands and sit up or roll up. We're breathing in, breathing out, rolling up, sitting up, nice and tall. Legs come back, shoulders down. We're walking the fingertips forward towards the flexed feet. Have your stretch here for a moment. Roll up, come around to the front into half of a letter V. Right leg is out, left foot up near. Check your shoulders, your torso, everything is towards the front of the room. Here we go. Right fingertips in front, left up. We're going over for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We hold as a stretch. Lengthen through the fingertips and the arm. Keep pulling in that belly button. And we're coming up, fingertips to the forehead. We're going over for 10. A little more slowly. 9, 8, 7. Really working the waist and the QL. 3, 2, and 1. We tilt and hold. This is a stretch. Right fingertips walk down the leg to wherever you feel a stretch. Left fingertips reach for the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach. We breathe in and out for a little fold. Up and over to the other side. And then up to the middle so we can swap. Left leg goes straight out at an angle. Find your posture. Shoulders down, the torso is to the front. Knees and toes up to the ceiling. Here we go. Left fingertips in front, right arm up and over. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold number 1 as that stretch. Lengthen wherever you lengthen and feel good. Especially in the legs, hips, and the lower back and waist. Belly button in, we're coming up. Fingertips to temples, keep the chest open. Here we go, a little bit slower for 10. 9, keep the torso forward. We're not twisting anywhere, it's just a side bend. Last 2. And the last one we hold is that stretch. Maybe open up the elbows a little more as you reach the fingertips down the leg, wherever they go. And then the right fingertips reach for the ceiling. Shoulders down. Feel that stretch in the ribs and the waist. And then we're tilting a little more, lengthen through the elbow. Wonderful. Then we're up and over, reaching. And up. We're going to take this ankle in, sitting up nice and tall. Check all your checks of your posture, your shoulders. Shoulders are moving comfortably. Neck can look to the side, and then the other side comfortably. Fingertips can reach comfortably forward. Out of your hips, long arms, long spine, long neck. Keeping everything long and strong, not hunching or curling anywhere. We're up, long and strong. Then we're reaching out and sitting up, diving forward to open. There's 3. There's 4. We're coming up. We will swap ankles so that we're getting an even stretch for the hips. Check everything, check that your shoulders move, your elbows move, your spine is wiggly, other way. The face moves, we don't have any tension. Check shoulders down, stretching forward, reaching long arms, long fingertips, long spine. Make sure you're not hunching or curling anywhere. Then we're just going to start reaching and coming up. Start diving and coming up. 2 more. 1 and 2, and we are up. Fingertips down, you're bending an elbow and up, bend the other elbow and up. Start to make it bigger. We'll go back to our spinal twists like we did at the beginning. Belly button in, shoulders down. Working a little bit more towards the back corner each time. Back corner and back corner. Last two, here we go. Really pull the belly button in, lift the pelvic floor as you go. And then we're opening out, well done. Fingertips on the shoulders, circling the elbows back. I hope you feel great through the spine, through the joints of the shoulders and hips, and that you've had a bit of a workout and a bit of a stretch. Those are the goals of Pilates. Really nice to see you. Give yourself a clap and see you next time. Well done.